This is Sean, and this is Zoe. Like many their age, they spend quite a bit of time scrolling on social media and consuming content online.
Can you show me what you watch on social media?
Platforms such as TikTok and Instagram are currently very popular with teenagers. How long do you spend on social media a day?
I think I spend about 6 hours. Sometimes I don't even consciously consume it, just plays in the background.
Am I allowed to check?
Sure.
Okay. Recently it's been a lot because it's my holidays. Okay, the most I think on TikTok is 5 hours. No point trying to save myself. I love social media.
But not all content on social media is good. Some can have serious negative consequences on the physical, emotional, and mental well-being of society. According to MCI, about 3 in 5 users experience harmful online content on social media platforms. This is the highest proportion compared to other platforms such as e-commerce sites, search engines, and news sites. And one growing concern is content encouraging suicide and self-harm. Just a few months ago, an investigation in the UK concluded that 14-year-old Molly Russell took her own life after being exposed to thousands of self-harm and suicide-related posts in the months leading up to her death. Many of these posts portrayed suicide as an inevitable consequence of depression. But why would anyone, let alone a teenager, be served such content?
A lot of what we see and what we encounter as content on social media is guided by what we describe as recommendation algorithms. I think there are broadly 2 types. Before I actually talk about them, I must caveat to say that algorithms is something very, very proprietary and also unique to every single platform. The first kind actually is dominantly based on a network. In other words, you're more likely to see posts that your friends are posting or friends are liking. The second kind really is what we would describe as content-based algorithm. So platforms like TikTok, right? What is recommended to you is very much personalized in terms of what the algorithm actually thinks that you are most likely to like.
According to the Wall Street Journal, the key metric for TikTok's algorithm is how long you linger over a piece of content. From that one metric, the app figures out your hidden interests and begins to recommend you more and more similar content. This fact is concerning because according to TikTok themselves, the app does not differentiate between videos it serves adults and minors.
So do you ask your parents when you first created a social media account?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, I think me also. I think it was Sean that introduced me. I didn't even think too, honestly. I guess it seems so harmless. It's like a new game. Yeah.
They are profit-making companies, right? And these recommendation algorithms, if they're engaging enough, right, they also make sure that you stay on the platform and you continue to come back to the platform on a daily basis.
I'm more concerned about, the kids being exposed to contents which they are not able to process.
And sometimes, as much as we want to, we really do not know what they're watching.
I think one negative experience that I have personally encountered was I guess me being more self-conscious. There's so much content and the narrative that you gotta be pretty all the time and you gotta be funny all the time, and there's this I guess this message of perfection that is sort of seeping into our brains. Then you live life with an expectation of something that's supposed to be reality, but really it's unachievable. Yeah.
There already are some measures being put in place by these platforms to help mitigate its effects on young users and the larger public. Instagram now has the option for you to hide the number of likes and views on posts from other accounts to depressurize people's experience on the platform. TikTok also lets parents manage a child's screen time and privacy settings. And Meta has measures to look out for inauthentic activity. And practically all platforms hire actual people to review massive volumes of content every day to sieve out harmful content like gore and violence. But these measures aren't foolproof, and of course harmful content can still leak through.
But I guess the challenges really has to do with what is considered harmful. You may have a video, for instance, that starts off quite innocently talking about exercising or good diet, but at some point that video can cross into territory that ends up promoting eating disorders and over-exercising.
In November, Parliament passed a bill that will require social media platforms to comply with the Code of Practice for Online Safety. This Code of Practice will require platforms to put in place measures that mitigate the risk to Singaporeans from exposure to harmful content.
Like all fire safety regulations, you have the buildings owners need to comply with fire safety codes. So what the Online Safety Bill does is to get social media companies to comply with certain codes or practices. And if really there's a fire that breaks out, IMDA, like a firefighter online, comes in to try to put out the fire. It's an important step, but it's a necessary but insufficient step. We need a multi-pronged effort requiring not just industry participation, but also bringing the community in, right? The schools, the educators, the students, the parents, more importantly, individuals.
So what can we do?
I try to kind of really build a track record of trust with my children.
We have established a place where talking to us on issues is a safe space. We always have that opportunity for them. Doors are open. We can discuss if you come across something, what do you think? And it's open for discussion.
Social media is here to stay and everyone's lives are increasingly digital. A lot more effort is needed from all Singaporeans to ensure that it remains a safe space.
As part of this multi-pronged effort, we have various programs in place. For example, the National Library Board, we have the SURE program, we have Media Literacy Council as part of the IMDA program to bring community partners in to raise awareness among Singaporeans about this presence of such harmful content online and what steps they can take, especially for parents.
What more do you think can be done on a societal level to protect children on social media?
Education is a key, both to the child as well as the parents.
I think building a relationship that can give them meaningful connection is the key.
Definitely a combination of education, together with guidance, and I think there needs to be specific resources in place.
I think it starts with having having healthy conversations around difficult topics like that. It could be a family member, it could be a teacher, it could be an older friend, someone who knows has your best interest at heart.